conflictive land is a type of land. Land talks about all natural resources. Now, when we say challenges, today, the soil is having more pressure than it had in the past. The soil is having what? More pressure than it had in the past. So, that is one challenge for us to say if this soil, and the soil is not increasing or expanding, is it expanding? The population is increasing. True of course. And because the soil is here limited, stagnant, sometimes we are even losing them. Population continues to increase. Women are there busy producing children. Some of them triplets at the same time. They don't increase the soil. What does it imply? We have to work hard. It's a major challenge. What do we do to make sure that even if they have quadruplets, they will be well fed? It's a major challenge to us, to other people who work with us. We need to look at that challenge. And several other challenges. Other challenge is that people don't like soil. If you say you are doing soil, they say Upacha. But they don't know that that person in Upacha is the foundation for even his existence. There is this, and it is happening not only at local level, even at international level. As I said, transformation agenda. What do you have there? They mentioned some from some animal. That's all. Is that all? They what produces this thing? Nobody is talking about it. Possibly out of ignorance. We use this opportunity to enlighten those in power, to come out of the dungeon of ignorance, to know that soil. Without soil, we can't move forward. Other aspects of agriculture. So let's down the road. Nobody is aroused to study soil, the important factor in life. Nobody is aroused to talk of animal science, animals. Nobody is talking about crop. Nobody is talking of agriculture. They want electrical engineers to be electrocuted. And when they are electrocuted, look at them. Electrocution. They don't talk of that foundation God gave. And follow God. In fact, the Antichrist by doing it. God didn't interact with electric current. He interacted with soil. Used soil effectively. He was hand in glove with soil. Soil was part of God. From that he made man. But everybody is interested, this, that, and that. Meaningless, and thereby solving we are having problems. This is for that. They don't have passion to love soil. They should repent. So it is our duty. It is our duty to work hard, to cleanse that even if it's a spiritual problem. We work hard and say, Almighty God, let them realize why you made soil. Only soil to see you. Fine. But otherwise, allow others to see heaven. Because by knowing soil, you know so many things. So we should stay hating soil. That's why everywhere I go, if I'm in an interview, I must talk of soil. The other day, the Hot FM also. This university sent me to go and speak on environment. And when they spoke about environment, I remember soil. Because that is the major basis. So I keep talking about soil evangelism. The need to promote soil. It's a major problem we must solve. Not only soil, the brothers in agriculture. And that is where the life is. That we have to do. And then, as we have to say, another problem is that things we get from the soil come slowly. They come slowly. Our people are not patient. They want things quick, and quick. And that's so that most of them, because soil and the products in agriculture, there's wealth there. There's wealth. It is green. And that's why I'm wearing green. If you see soil, there's soil here, then this is agriculture. So those in other areas should look at us and say, although these things come out gradually, they should be patient because something you get after patient takes you longer. If you watch those resources like Professor Lamba, when he comes out, you know he's still young. He can't die because he's on soil. Professor Suji cannot die. Look at him. If you tell him to jump up, he will jump and jump down, not only up. Myself, the same thing. I am as simple as anything. I like simplicity more than any other thing. If you see those that interact with you, laugh. You say, what is this man doing here? But that is where I find my joy. Because they are the ones God love most and not this way with other people. God don't like this. Nature of the work beyond the job. Soil science is not a child's play. You need to study. Soil science needs deep knowledge, deep understanding, dedication, commitment. Because in soil science, if you're not diligent, if you're not the hard type, you cannot make it. Sometimes they say it's very difficult. Some will say it doesn't look nice, doesn't look attractive. Soil science needs you to work hard. Today, we should know what is a field matter, the solution. Soil science, if you are studying soil science, forget about classroom. Soil science is not for the classroom. You have to solve people's problems. In 1993, Lara Ragland, they said the problem with soil science is too much use of jargons. That soil science should be simplified and use simplified language in talking to people. There's a big gap between soil scientists. Because our problem is in the field. But because of the way we act sometimes, those in the extension who are supposed to interpret what we say and send it to the people cannot understand soil science. Even graduates of extension may not understand soil science. How many of them can extend my research to other people? They can't. It's a problem. I've been thinking, how do we work? Which language do we use to make soil science palatable, equitable by the commoners in quotes, those recipients? There are certain observers. Nobody can tell us the quantity of fertilizer to apply to any type of soil in Nigeria today. We only do approximation. Anybody who goes into research, that person has made a point in life, and the name will be in history. Nobody can tell me that this is exactly the quantity of fertilizer this particular spot needs now. Nobody. What we do, we say we put blanket back where 15, 15, 15. They don't go into the soil to ask soil, my dear soil, what are you lacking? What's this soil? Because there's what is heterogeneity and partial variability of soils. Every inch of soil has a variation. Nobody has asked, my dear soil, do you have nitrogen? Do you have this? What type of nitrogen? Because if you have nitrogen, maybe total nitrogen. Do you understand? So for us, quantum. There's available for maybe very small. Nobody has said, based on this research, we ask this and this and this problem is solved. We need to work towards that. Very, very important. We are only making realistic recommendations, the approximations. In all the soils in Nigeria, name them the vertisols, the entisols, the septisols, altisols, actisols, which again do we have? About 6 about 7 of them in Nigeria. That's what we have. Of the 12 soil orders acclaimed by the International Union of Soil Scientists, FAO units used here, only 7 are found in Nigeria. I need this one, I forgot that one. So these soils, we need to work on them as they are, because we classify them because their behaviors are different. We say, what do we apply to officer? What they apply and so on. Liberally, democratically. That's what they apply. So we need to study these soils according to their nature and respond in tandem with their demands for us to have good security. So that is a major thing in soil we must try to do. And on the job, of course, they are written there, not some of us should be doing. Soil science, as I said, everybody in soil science should be disciplined. We are disciplined people. I know where I pass through, the best friends and best characters at the Socrates, we are all soil scientists. We don't do some of those things they do somewhere. You understand? We don't do those things. So, on the job, you have to be of impeccable moral quality. On the job, you must study hard and do what you're supposed to do. On the job, you must do experimentation and help your students follow. On the job, you must tell them some of the major things they will always get, rather if in a field, in a class, and in the laboratory, and so on and so forth. Engineering, waste disposal, aesthetics recreation, and the predator of ecoparks and artifacts, as well as geological activities. The pedosphere is an integrator of others like lithosphere, the biosphere, the hydrosphere, and atmosphere. Soil is studied as pedology or edapology. Both of them make soil science. Soil is becoming very important in the entire world, giving principles by food insecurity and environmental challenges. We currently have precipitated to various species of poverty and excruciating hunger. These emerging threats have widened the spectrum of operations by soil scientists with great focus in ecosystem stability in addition to food security. Soil scientists should therefore study the physicochemical and biological attributes of soils to meet these needs. These call for on-the-job adjustments and innovations in order to produce high-quality manpower, especially universities, the monotechnics, and research institutes. It is a divine call for all soil scientists to increase their quantum and frequency of digniparity with which they consume elements of food insecurity and environmental unsustainability, particularly in the tropical biome. It is wrong if I do not recommend that government at all levels should make soil tests. Government at all levels should make soil tests a certificate, mandatory, and a legal document. Because today we can witness collapse of buildings, we can witness collapse of structures, we can witness collapse of foundations. It therefore becomes very mandatory. A legal document must be put in place where soil test is compulsory before you build any structure, before you construct your road, before you do anything. And look at the longevity of what you are doing based on the nature of the soil. So soil test, and soil test certificate. Of course, when they do that, it will be better. If they refuse, more buildings will collapse. And I pray that more buildings will be collapsing so that we become more relevant. Because if we construct a collapse, the engineers will build, it will collapse. Pastors will pray, it will collapse. Everybody will do something there, it will collapse. Until where is soil science? Let me tell you this story. Once upon a time. Very good. The mouth said is the most important part of the body. The heart said it is the most important. The stomach said, if I don't swallow, how can you survive? The leg, if I don't move, the eye, if I don't see. Then Amos said this story. They said, how can Amos say this thing? All of them. As if Amos committed something. You know what Amos did? Amos went there and locked the hole. The man swallowed, no movement by leg. I was seeing the other side. The last minute they had, all of them started shouting, Hail King Amos, Hail King Amos. I think Amos now removed the, and there was freedom. Until the next one time, this Amos, until we do something, I think they will not remember us. I think we must keep the Hail King Amos. We should map our soils. After characterizing us, we should map our soils, and government and all stakeholders must work in line with the map. When you have land use maps in advanced countries, they don't joke with their land use maps. In 1951, Montgomery and Elizabeth went and studied soils of America. And when they did that, they saw good thing in it. The Ghana government came in contact with what they were doing, and they produced the map, the land capability classification, which has 8 classes. Britain saw it, Britain joined them. In terms of Britain, they have 7 classes. In America, they have 8 classes. Of course, what does it imply? The 8th class in America means useless land. Island, they have lands of Dakota, they call it bad lands. It's one of them. And they say class 1, prime soils, the best soils. No protect in America can go there for anything. It is for agriculture. Because that is where you have the minimum input to get maximum yield. Whether you put something there or not, there must be yield. I know somewhere in United States, they place wonderful for rice production. I saw buildings here. I stopped and said, why have you destroyed this wonderful place, which is for rice? They call it Dubai. There's a place the government did. I said, this is illiteracy of government. Even government are aiming. Land in Nigeria should be classified. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the physical capability classification of Nigerian soils, and it died. And that still died. We should have land use map, land use plan, and then there must be legislations to that effect. That's sacrosanct. So that if anybody touches that person will be outlawed. In Nigeria, we don't do that. The lawmakers in Nigeria are the lawbreakers. If only we can do this thing and do it the right way, I think we manage our soil resources very well. And so many other things I said that we thank God today we are moving towards having an institute called Senate. That was on the 18th of November. That day we had the application team here. They were meeting David Mark. They invited me, but I told them we are busy here. We are supposed to go there. Our among those related to go and talk about our memo for the Soil Science Society of Nigeria. We are praying that that thing works out. It has gone far, as Paul said. We are praying very hard to make sure they do that. If they do it, many good things will come out of it. That's an Institute of Soil Science. We need to do that. Then I'm also recommending the press, you should get this. We are recommending here that let soil science courses be made general course. Just as we have GSTs in universities. Soil science, at least 2 soil science courses must be mounted for everybody in Nigeria. After all, everybody must do soil science. Because there's no person who doesn't work on soil. Why are we talking of English as a general course? Then we need soil. Soil science should make a compulsory general course in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. For us, so that everybody will have idea, knowledge of soil. Because my people are perishing for lack of knowledge. They don't have knowledge of soil. They are perishing because they don't have knowledge of soil. And may be buried in the soil they don't like. That is the effect. So the time you study soil very well, even before you die, tell them where to bury you. The soil you like. Because soil is a wonderful thing. No one I was talking about, there are so many things. You know you eat soil. Do you know that? You eat soil. Soil, you eat it. Women don't joke with soil when they are pregnant. What are they looking for? They want to form, because soil is a thing of creation. They want to form wonderful babies. Those that live soil have better babies. There will be no abortion. There will be no premature, because they are already mature in their mature soil. Good soils make good people. Healthy soils make healthy people. Soil remains the mother, the source of fertility, site for germination, regeneration, and indeed the womb of life. Any nation that destroys its soil, destroys itself. That we may prosper. and rest in peace. This is the 11th commandment, order of reverence by all users of the sacred natural resource. Happy Soil Day. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. And very wonderful lecture. Please, let's appreciate for him. Let's appreciate for him. Thank you, Professor Emeritus Onweremadu. Hey, my chairman, sir, Professor Suji, the rep of Fecolat, Provost, Dr. Akonde, Nze, Engineer Nze, from Abanigogo. You see what happened today. Please spread the gospel down to your places. I recognize the past lecture of the ASD, my daughter, Julie Uchebu. You see what happened. Lecturer, Info, you're most welcome. I guess a lot of you have seen what happened today. For this very impeccable Professor Emeritus, Dr. Onweremadu, you are wonderful. Can I receive happy votes again from Nasos? Can I receive happy votes again for him again? Three votes again for him. Can I receive it from here? And remarks. Should I say my chairman should comment last? Professor sir. Any comments or any remark from the doctor, Dr. Konde? Welcome, sir.
All protocol fully recognized. Sir. And Dr. Onweremadu, an engineer here. Doc, Madam, all welcome. It's not today we know Dr. Onweremadu. We've known him for a long period of time, and then we have been witnessing his contribution, especially into the soil arena. And we have not even seen anything, because he is going beyond this. And by the time you realize most of the things he has prophesied will come to line. Today we are happy we are celebrating Soil Day, or World Soil Day. But I have some little tradition and advices, especially for those of you that are coming up in soil science. I will be a little bit political, in the sense that we have interacted in so many places, and we knew a little about what is happening in the government. And it's on that note I'm giving some of these advices. One, I want us to take note of one thing, that soil science has gone beyond laboratory analysis, field investigation, and probably analysis. Why I'm saying this is that politically today, we say we are in democracy, and what democracy knows is about how to represent people and probably how to improve the livings and how to satisfy the people who brought them into the politics or whatever. And because of that, they believe so much in what we call policy making. And if you want to restrict ourselves to laboratory analysis, field investigation or whatever, and we don't talk about policy making in soil, I think there's a partner there. What I'm trying to say in essence is that let us not say because we are soil scientists, we can talk about soil, we can do everything about soil without joining the what? The politics. Just to assess something, for us to be recognized, because the Nigerian problem is that it's not who you are, it's who you know and who knows you. If you don't make noise, if you don't tell them this is where you are and who you are, they are not bothered about whatever is happening. That is why I'm saying that those knowledge you have gained from the laboratory, from the field work, from the interpretation of whatever, come and interpret it to them. How that can relate or yield food into the probably the table of a common man in Nigeria. And that is what constitution knows. So I'm using this opportunity to please implore you, those of you coming up, that don't think it's only when you become a social scientist, you become a lecturer, a teacher at secondary school or whatever, but aim at something, going up there to make policy, so that this soil we are talking about, people will recognize it. Well, of course, because of the situation in the country now, no employment, nothing good to talk about. The next information we are hearing about is austerity measure against next year, which means whatever you have, hold it very well. They said you didn't get it. So it's a very serious problem which everybody must think about. And that is why being a soil scientist, you have to think deeply. Think both inwardly and outwardly. And how to do that is to involve in so many other things. One of the things you can involve in is that when you come out, instead of you looking for what we call white collar job, try to become a consultant in soil. And when you become a consultant in soil, you go to places. What it means is that those who refuse or who may refuse to recognize you, they must recognize you by force. Because Doctor has told us here, there's nothing, virtually nothing you do on this earth without talking about what? The soil. In soil. Definitely, many people will continue to come after you to tell them one thing or the other, whether they want to hear it or they don't want to hear it. Then, you can see, if you go to some riverine areas or places where we have streams and whatever, what you see is you see people growing flowers. Is it not true? Is it still not on the soil? Those who are doing that, they didn't learn it in the classroom or whatever. Yes, they combine it in order to sustain their life. You as a soil scientist, you have a role to play in that area too. And by the time you go into that, with your consultancy experience, you can go into what you call landscape real estate here. If you enter their compound, you bow. What have they done there is what we call landscaping, which a soil scientist can do and do very well. Apart from that, you as a soil scientist, you don't even need to look for much money to open the what we call soil lab. You can open a soil lab and be a partner with somebody who has the capital, who has the money, but doesn't know how to make use of that money. You can grab that thing, make use of it for him, or pass it into dollars and pass it. They will not say because you are what? Soil science. What we are doing is what we call creativity. You can also belong to that society. Because before an engineer or whoever goes to a place to dig the soil in order to make water available, they have to carry out what we call soil what? Analysis. And if you are not there, they can't do anything because that is the first thing they must do. Look at the MTN, Airtel, Glo or whatever. All these things they are erecting all over the country. Without soil analysis, they don't even try it. Are you getting what I'm saying? And that is where soil scientists also what? Comes in. Apart from that, doctor has talked about the environmental what? Impact assessment. Is there any construction that will go on or be sited or located anywhere in the world without what we call EIA? And who are the group? Who are the personnel in the environmental impact assessment arrest? Basically, the soil scientist is number one. Because any project you want to cite, the soil has to tell you how to go about it. In order to know probably the strength of that thing you want to put, and then the resting place for it, and it's your job. What I'm trying to say is that you can become a contractor overnight. Yes, don't be myopic. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a myopic at all. You can become a contractor, register a company with CAC, and start carrying out your job. You don't necessarily to be the engineer on site or whatever. You can be executive officer, you can be managing director, you can be whatever. But you will supply the knowledge, to those people that are going to, speak. This is work of soil scientists. And I want to suggest that Doctor said there are so many other disciplines or other areas which soil scientists have to interact with. There should be a synergy between the soil scientists and other disciplines. This is how we can make ourselves relevant in the society. Don't say because you are a soil scientist, you are the only person who knows about the soil and whatever. There are so many other sub-areas of soils which some other people have probably become an expert. So you have to interact. You have to mix up. You have to let people know that, okay, if you have problem in social area, you might, because of the soil. Therefore, I have something to offer. By then, you will be. The office is now. If you are not ICT compliant, you will become irrelevant. And for the fact that you are a soil scientist does not prepare you to be a what? An ICT what? Expert. After all, what you need is, after collecting your soil, I will know what I'm trying to say, you have analyzed it, you need to interpret it. And you interpret it using the modern word techniques. And the modern techniques we are talking about is the ICT. And when you are talking, you don't need anybody to tell you that they use this and this and this to interpret it. Who are coming up to add up computer appreciation and application into your work so that you can be recognized both nationally and what? Internationally. Well, I thank God today that in our department, in the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, the doctor has talked about agricultural transformation agenda. If you look at our pragmatic minister today, he's an agriculturist. He's a soil scientist, either by induction, I don't know what I'm trying to say, or by whatever means. And that is why you see him talking. Mostly what he talks is about what comes out of the soil. Are you getting it? But without the little knowledge of what soil is all about, he cannot be doing all these things. And that is why I'm telling you that you have to make this study so simple in such a way that whatever you are saying out of it will be what the politicians want to hear. Because when you go to them and you tell them what they don't want to hear, they will not listen to you. But by the way you can use to get something out of them is by simplifying what soil is all about and the importance of soil. What I'm saying is that we have attended a lot of seminars, workshops, we've interacted with them. By the time you start talking most of these grammatical whatever in soil, some will even do as if they don't see you. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But the moment you tell them that, this money you are making from politics, by the time you come out of this office or whatever, that parcel of land you have at so and so place, look at what and what you can plant there. Look at the yield that will come out. Look at the dollars and pounds you will make out of it.